following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Bowie wowie!
Of course! Of course!
Very. Don't want to kiss the lip. Thanks.
You can taste so if you
No,
want.
I won't even touch him. I hate when people touch my packeted food. That immediately contaminates the whole bag and box because I have that mental disorder where I perceive things as forever ruined and contaminated, and I cannot psychologically ever look at them as anything other than seething pus. It's like if my pants have been lying on the wrong part of the floor. Bin. They can never be clean. I have no intention of fixing this. I mean, I'm too old. Might as well just just live with it. Pants are overrated anyway. Right, so you are being dragged in front of the palace in the center of Eidvig. It's tall, it's looming, it's more impressive than you'll ever be. Because it's a structure and you're not. The guards grasp you roughly by your arms, and Scribbles squeaks and squirms around inside your clothing and peeks out, and one of them says, "Ah, what is this which is familiar?" And he raises his heavy, knobbly mace to strike the rat, and Scribbles goes, "Squeal!"
I will try and grasp the...
At your sign of action, you are bashed across the head by another guard. Well, no.
Which would have...
You see, the way you say it though, if I just agree to that, that could be 29 points. No, I have to be more specific, because what I say goes, and that can be exploited by cunning, greedy, cheating players like you.
I'll put myself down 2 because I'll assume I would have taken 1 damage when they first accosted.
I was going to give you that one for free because it just happens, but okay, if you want. No complaint here. We will kill that which is familiar. And Scribbles gets down on his little rat knees and Ben's like,
He is not a familiar.
he's acting like a familiar. And the other guy is like, it's adorable, it acts like does little human things with its hands.
He's a very intelligent rat.
One of the guards grabs the rat with a squeak and stuffs it into a dirty bag. We will use this as evidence. And he puts his mace under your chin. Like that. He's like, if you open your mouth again without being spoken directly to by your superiors who are not guards, I will destroy your face so you can never talk again. We will see what happens to those who defy the great Lord Roman. Yes.
I will blink it there.
The other guy is like, you almost heard him there. A perfect excuse to destroy this evil traitor. You are led into the palace out of the rain. And up before the grand hall, the huge doors bound in silver, brass, gold, bronze, and other metals you don't even know. One of the guards raps smartly on the door, and it's opened by an unctuous other guard with much better armor and gear. And he's like, what kept you so long? Get the evidence into the chest of the other room. You, come with me.
I will nod.
Lord comes around. Have you no tongue? It is wise for you to not speak loudly in the grand hall. Voices carry. Know that I am supposed now.
thought you were dead.
There are many knights who have died. But I am pleased that you have hunted my father. He was a good man. There was an unfortunate hunting accident that claimed his life. All those years ago. I think you're getting him confused with Sir Breslau.
Oh. He probably would in the real thing, so...
You are in this grand hall. There's food and people not represented by minis at all. Because I don't have a bunch of peasant minis. Why would you buy peasant minis when you don't have basic minis for combat?
Yes.
Why would you do that? Here you are down here, Mr. Kill Saphiro, the guy who is destined to kill Saphiro. And in the room there are many well-dressed people, occasionally plucking at their fud. For it is foodsome, and they are well liking of it. Yes. And they don't pay you the slightest bit of attention as you're brought in.
I'm guessing most of these chairs with the tables have got people at them.
Yes,
and
yes,
there's
yes.
peasants doting over them with the food.
Yes. We all use Batman for the attitude. You are waiting down the end. You will notice the grand columns, the finely woven tapestries as rugs, as Iwajibu once intimated they do in the far-off east. They use these finely woven, super expensive, fabrics with patterns in them as rugs, and they just and even the meanest peasant just walks all over what you would call very fine rugs. But here, of course, it is a site of opulence. Banners hang on the wall of many great victories, tattered battle standards waft in the rafters overhead from conquered foes, which is also very traditional. At the head, there's a raised dais there, groaning under food and other such things, where you can see a very small man with dark hair and a toothbrush mustache, sitting hunched in his chair listening to the drone of those around him. There is a great, powerful man in rich silver and black brocades standing there. There is another man. I mean, you've got the descriptions of the main house dukes. You read them. They look like impassive faces from the tables, like the occasional twitch of a mustache, and women with long fans, just like titter, tap tap. Very subtle movements with these folded fans, sometimes snapping them open briefly and closing them. You'd have no idea what's going on, but no one betrays anything on their face, except, of course, for the man in the middle on the high seat. He looks annoyed and looks worried. A group of grey, cloaked figures with Commandant Hochstetter is standing not on the dais but near the front, and two black-skinned elves with white hair are standing to the left of the dais, looking hissy, very the obvious frustration. As you come in, you hear, if you want to overhear, you can. If you want to,
Yes. Listen to whatever's...
you don't need to roll. This is a choice. So you want to cheat, okay? So you over here, and the number of magical offences that I've had recently, they are unacceptable. And one of the dukes says, what are we to do about it? And I still want to know where your lads have come in tracking down poor Roman. He has disappeared, probably due to evil magic. It is definitely evil magic we've done it. We have tracked down many such magickas, even infiltrating the bitches ourselves. If we had the authority,
to make sure there was no evil witch things going on, then this current spate of incursions and evil magic would not have happened.
A tired-looking Duke, obvious sashes of office and all that, twitches his mustache and says, "If we were to give you all the authority you want, we might as well not have an Archduke.
We do not wish to supersede our powers, but merely have more authority to act against witches. The need for it is clear."
The figure in the central seat is gripping the side of his head and he's just like, And then he slams his fist down on the table so everything rattles. No one reacts to this at all. He says,
I have had enough! Hochstetter, due to the actions of the supposed Sassarian battle magisters, and werewolves, and double-odd tabard people, and other such things, and the kidnapping of children, I give you full authority to act as you see fit to mages.
you grab a sheet of parchment from a grey-haired, thinning man with tiny little spectacles made of real glass and fine wire.
I sign this, Archduke Gerhard Schmidtler, in behalf of the people of the Rhine Germany!
Slams it with a seal. Throws it down to Hochstetter.
That extends to the new reaches of your powers.
Hochstetter's like,
We are very pleased you have seen.
bends down to pick it up off the ground.
We are very pleased to see that you have the wisdom to guide your people through these troubles. Yes, yes! Wisdom! Such things! Be gone from my sight! I dislike gold thread with grey! Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
I am happy to do my duties. And he leaves, flanked by two witches, one of whom is Gerald. And they walk past you on the way out. You causing a scene? Getting into a fight?
No,
Why not?
because I'm not an idiot.
We'll leave
I'm
one
not that kind of
We'll leave
idiot.
one of them in here just to counter your cleric magic if you do any.
Makes sense.
Gerald walks past you on the way out and he gives you a look that's just like... Then the Archduke has another tantrum. He's like,
Hey! I've done enough with this! There's too much! It's giving me a headache! Throw the rest of the ambassadors out! We would have no more of this! I will not tolerate any more of this today!
the guards step forward and like, the session of court is, our Imperialist Majesty is closed. And the woman, the female drow I should say, the whammon, steps forward and she's like,
This is an outrage! We have been standing here for hours! We were promised an audience in this morning, and the sunlight is almost up!
and the Duke you know as Duke Conan from the descriptions, like his lip almost curls up, then gets back into formation very quickly as his mustache twitches furiously. He's like, it is such a pity that as our esteemed ambassadors will understand that the Archduke is ill and needs his rest. Of course you would not wish to stress such a powerful, wise man. And she gives him a look. It's like, if we were in my country, but we are not in your country, and we never will be. We shall see about this. And they turn on their heel and storm the fuck out right past you. You causing a scene? Are you staring at her?
I'll be staring at her because I'm assuming
Okay,
she's.
we're causing a scene.
I'm assuming she's attractive.
You're staring at her, and she is.
That's cool.
She's wearing scale mail, but it's tiny little scales that just sort of flow like a dress, and there's not much of it. What you drew would be roughly... That's not there. What you drew would be roughly approximate to what is being worn here. And the male will step in front of you and say, cast your eyes down, you commoner.
I will just gradually look down.
You hear them wandering around here. This place is disgusting when even the common peasants with their pale skin can look upon their betters. I do nothing to wait upon. do not like to let up look at you. Yes, do be serious. You ate too much. Door clangs shut. God is like, nasty black drow. So your guard will stay there. And there's some more conversation up there. Are you doing anything?
I'm just observing, listening to whatever I can, but I assume it's mostly like incoherent bickering and things, or...
Finally, the bespectacled cunt will come down and you will be led up to here at the foot of the stairs, aggressively bearing your weapon. How dare you?
I won't do this yet. I'm stopped there, am I?
Yes.
Yeah. Then I will get down on one knee as a show of respect. But I will not say anything because...
You hear the Archduke. And he's like, why is he you lured me into a trap. It's a trap, it's a trick. He pretends loyalty, but he is a willing to spy. Yes, gotta kill him. Viscount Maxwell will apparently be like, mate, what are you? Yeah, Schmidt will bang the table again, sending things flying, and be like, enough of this! Get to the point! This thief has stolen property from the Parchstone and has brought it into Bavaria, where he tried to smuggle it out. It has been seized, and I wish to add it to my district's coffers for the proper disbursement into Romanian advancement. Well, after, of course, His munificence has taken Romania's full share. Whatever remains, I would be happy to receive. Geralt's like, yeah, whatever. I assume there's no objections.
There is, my lord. I'll say, then I will get
There
up.
is a serration of murmuring through the crowd, and a number of mustaches twitch and fans snap. 2 out of 3 of the Duke glare at you hatefully. They are Remen, they're Himril, Heinrich, and Goebbels. Is not glowering at you. He is glowering. He is staring at you impassively, somewhat curiously, one might say. So you get to your feet, impudent swine.
Yes, because I've been addressed now, so... Unless I can make an etiquette roll to see, actually, if that's... I will do that before I get to my feet. 4.
That would not be appropriate.
Okay, then I will stay. I will still say...
You hear Schmittler whisper, why doesn't he get up? He's under the fighting. He doesn't get up. I'm a young man. Get up. He's supposed to be a bold one. He's concealing something. Take off your boots! He screams at you, spittle flying from his red face.
Of course, my lord.
Watch as the
I will
knife falls out.
unbuckle the boots.
Okay, no knife falls out, I presume.
No.
Alright. He looks confused. Smoothly, Himrel Remen, my lord. The impudent outsider would never dream of bringing harm in the midst of the seat of power with so many prescient foes around. Why not listen to what the Outlander has to say, so he may damn himself with his own mouth? You can see at this point Schmittler is sweating profusely and is a tiny little man, like skin and bones. His eyes are bloodshot and darting around paranoidly. He's eyeing everyone with displeasure. He may have a mustache, but every expression of his thought is flashing across his face with alarming speed. It occurs to you, with a roll, an etiquette roll, because this is the etiquette of Romania you've been told about.
15.
Absolutely no self-control, possibly psychotic, mood swing. If his expressions are anything to go by, his mood changes by the half second. Suddenly, you break out in a sweat, realizing you are standing on the thinnest sheet of ice. at the whim of a madman. The words crash back into your head with sudden clarity. That Adolf Schmittler was a visionary genius, and nothing was wrong.
Yes, well, this would seem to indicate the contrary, but
I mean,
won't say
duh! Very few people have a mantra like that when everything's hunky-dory.
I'm just waiting for any indication that I'm being given permission to speak.
He's now chewing on his nails.
My lord, we are not thieves. The treasure in question was in the parched stone in an unreachable place by normal people.
Goebbels stands up. Dominion territory. I am aware! Of course.
I do not dispute that it is Romanian territory, my lord.
A sense of fairness asks me to ask you, are you sure you want to make that concession at this point? Because when you say in front of the Lord of the Land that you do not contest Romania's ownership of the parched stone,
that's a good point, yes.
You give away all rights to treasure. In fact,
Even though the salvage rights are all to do with the fact that this was unreachable and nothing to do with
if it's
the actual...
unreachable, then it's not Romanian territory.
Oh, okay.
If it is Romanian territory, then you have taken Romanian treasure.
Okay, then.
A
I
sense
will
of
not-
fairness asks me to ask you if you really want to make that
I would
admission.
not make that admission. Okay.
I will allow you some time to think of what you're really going to say. And I'm farty to I'm farty this week.
Say, regardless of whom claims ownership of the parched stone, it is a place that is not easy to get in or out of alive. We were one of but few who have managed such a feat.
Who else has managed it? Huh? Who else? What spectres do you bring back with you? The dead? The dead? Is the dead?
I meant only myself and my party, my lord.
Schmidtler curls around in his seat, glaring at you as his hair sort of hangs over his eyes a bit, so it looks like he's peering through a crack in a door a bit. He's like, who else is in its party? Who else is in its party, precious? Yes. Who else is in its party? Confess!
Sulan of the Clan Goshen of the Casada set?
A lie, my lord. She bears yellow eyes, and is therefore a Zircon Lich mistress. No, get also.
Adran Folk he is local to Romania.
A lie, my lord. A clear Cesarian battle magister from near the evil Underdark entrance. Geralt's like... But then
If I
someone
may-
from the other side is... Adrian Falk does not sound like a Cesarian name to me. Of course he would not travel under his true name, thus doubling the lie.
Were not his parents trapped down recently and had such accusations found to be false?
That is Witcher's business. Surely we do not interfere in Witcher's business here. Carry on with your lies.
Lee, a man who no longer travels with us.
Another lie,
Far
my
East.
lord. Is it not known that his name is indeed Guppo?
He has been known by others as Guppo, but
A man who travels with so many false names. One must wonder if he is even a paladin. Are you a paladin?
no.
Another revealed lie! This is Viscount Maxwell, by the way.
I did not claim-
Perfidy upon perfidy!
I did not say to his lordship that I was a paladin.
Are you not known as the party of Saphiro the Rat Paladin?
I am.
have you not claimed paladin status in the past? Yes or no? Don't wait for the translation! Answer the question!
Yes.
Lies, my lord. Lies. Carry on with your lies. Who else is in your party of liars?
Roya.
My lord, he speaks the truth in this case. There is a very lovely young lady by the name of Roya in his party. Very tall, very fit, an adventurer's body, and on display most risquely. She sings songs and gathers information for him as a spy. Recently, she was apprehended by loyal Remen guards. Is that not true? Yes. And then you will also know that my guards were attacked and killed, and she was taken from their possession by others. Others who left behind obviously false evidence indicating that it was House Ultron who took them. But of course, that would not be true at all, as the obvious evidence was so obvious, and Duke Gerbil is so reliable. Gerbil twitches his mustache a bit. Of course. This woman is currently presumed dead, as several bits of womanhood were found in a midden heap that may possibly closely relate to her. But nonetheless, she was a member of the party. Carry on.
If you do not mind my asking, what has this to do with the treasure that was excavated?
I do mind. Carry on. The rest of your party.
That pretty much consists of the entirety.
Another lie! Is it not true that you possess a slave and an old man?
I do not possess an old man.
Sir Gregory Radomir, my lord. His social superior, a thrall under his will, who obeys him completely.
Neither of these people were with me in the party.
So you also deny the existence of a driver of carts, a menial peasant who cannot be found. Very suspicious.
He was not in my party, he was merely hired.
My lords, I remind you of the legal definition of a party or adventuring party. A gathering of fellows under a leadership of goals or individuals, or supplicated to a higher organization who travel together for one means or another of common goal. He was a member of your party by the legal definition of the term in Romania.
Very well then.
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?